Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you an NFL Week 2 preview between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Now let's look at the Bucs' offense in this matchup. What I would come in and do if I were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you have to come in and find balance. You can't get too pass happy. That's what plagued you last week against the Detroit Lions. You got too pass happy, and when you needed to run the football, you couldn't. I would say try to find that balance, and that falls on the shoulders of LeGarrette Blount. He has to make sure he gets the ground game going, especially against this interior front of the Minnesota Vikings. There could be some success to running against the Vikings, and you have to find a way to use Ernest Graham's versatility. This guy is a fullback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Get him involved more in the offense. He can also catch the football well out of the backfield. So find a way to use his versatility, and that way you have a two-headed monster back there in Blount and also Graham. And I want to say you have to always chip Jared Allen, whether it be a tight end, whether it be a back. Always chip Jared Allen before during a play if it's a pass play. Therefore, you neutralize his pass rushing aggressiveness and give yourself more time in the passing game to complete passes. Defensively, I look at the matchup between the Bucs defensive line against the Vikings offensive line. The Bucs have to win that battle up front to cause some problems for McNabb and confuse their running game. The D-line of the Bucs have to show up this week against the Vikings, and that's a huge matchup. And they have to win the battle of run fits. If you guys get good run fits against the Minnesota Vikings, you're going to keep Adrian Peterson in the backfield just enough to where your linebackers can come in and make a play. So I want to see the run fits get better for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against this Vikings running game, because you know that they're going to come in and front load that running game. Look at the Vikings coming to this matchup. Offensively, you have to make the linebackers and safeties work with those tight ends. You guys have two talented tight ends out there in Kyle Rudolph and also Vashante Shanko. Make those linebackers and safeties work with those tight ends, guys. Take advantage of what this defense gives you. Their Tampa 2 defense. They're going to try to attack the edges. You're going to try to attack. You guys have to try to attack the seams, and you have two tight ends to do so. You can slightly spread these guys out. You may not spread them out all the way. You can flank them and take advantage of the matchups. That's what I would do if I were the Minnesota Vikings. And you want to keep Gerald McCoy, the talented defensive tackle, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Keep him guessing in the run game. Trap him. You want to pull away from him. Combo block, do it. Keep him guessing to where he's not as aggressive, because Detroit last week allowed him to be just enough aggressive to be a nuisance, not a threat, but a nuisance. And you don't want defensive linemen being nuisances, whatever the word is. You don't want defensive linemen getting aggressive back there in that offense. Now, defensively, you got to dictate tempo, guys. The Vikings have a lot of weapons to play up tempo. Dictate tempo. Force that Bucs defense to react, to be fast. Force Tampa Bay to play fast, and you guys will have some success. And tackling is vital. If you against those wide receivers, they all are exceptional after the catch. Take advantage. Tackling is vital. You have to make sure you do that and take Winslow away. If you guys can take Kellen Winslow Jr. away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you effectively can control the middle of the field and play outstanding coverage and bracket those outside wide receivers. Now let's take a look at the Czar's X factors in this ball game. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the X factor has to be LeGarrette Blount. The ground game is going to be the best friend of Josh Freeman, because if he can operate off play action, if the Bucs offense have balance, this is a tough offense to stop because the wide receivers are very solid. Now the X factor for the Minnesota Vikings has to be the safeties. What's going to happen? The Bucs are going to try to attack the middle of the field. They want to go to the edge, but you can effectively cover the edge. It's the middle of the field, so it falls on those safeties. Be alert for the middle of the field being attacked throughout this ball game. I'm going with Minnesota. I'm going with Tampa in this game. I'm sorry. I like what the Bucs bring to the table. They're going to spread the Vikings out, and they're going to slowly use ball control passing to win this ball game. And I think the Vikings right now have to prove that they can be two-dimensional instead of one. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.